Make sure you've got good contact through the feet and the ground. You're sinking your hips. You're floating your head up. You're lengthening through the spine. Gently hold with the feet, so bring the toes in, sink down, lengthen up through the spine, breathe in and out. Just take your time just to breathe a bit. Notice the breath as it goes in. Notice the breath as it comes out. Notice the contact with your feet and the ground. Then just very gently rock forwards and back. So you're noticing where the toes and the ball of the foot meet, and you're rocking back into the heel. You're just gently swaying forwards and swaying back. Relax the shoulders. So the shoulders you want to sink down, and you want to sink your hips. Relax around the knees, and you want to imagine you're just about to sit down on a high chair. Again, sinking down, relaxing around the knees. And then just allow your weight to settle behind the ball of each foot. Relax the shoulders. Just very gently transfer your weight from one foot to the other. So you're just very gently swaying from side to side, but you're aiming your weight down into the balance point of your foot. Again, you relax around the hips, you relax around the knees, you relax the feet. Gently draw the toes in, sink the hips. Get nice and tall through the body. Allow your weight to settle just behind the ball of each foot, and then just go round and round in a circle. Relax the knees, relax the ankles. Breathing in and out. Very good. Okay, now this time go around in the other direction. And just sink the weight, lengthen up through the spine. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Very gently turn the waist, just let the arms move. Sink the hips, relax shoulders. Sink the hips. Breathe in and breathe out. Inside turn. Make a slightly wider stance if you need to. So you're transferring your weight and you're moving, you're turning towards the leg that your weight is going through. And then the outside turn. Knees in line with the toes. Back to the middle. And again, keeping a slightly wider stance. Then turn the foot in Transfer the weight. So you want to close the hip, transfer, open. Close, transfer, open. Breathing. Relaxing the arms. And opening. Okay, so in the first part of the class, we're going to do some Qi Gong. And then we're going to have a look in the first part of the class specifically at Step Back and Repulse the Monkey, because we haven't done that one for a while. And it's a very good one to practice, especially in the current climate we're in. Quite useful. Okay. Tune into your natural bounce. So when you're doing these bouncing movements, you want to let go in your lower back. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms all the way to the fingertips. Turn the palms up now. Stretch. An opening in the chest. And change. Play that from the side. And the diagonal view. So I'm doing the outside turn. So you transfer your weight and you're turning to the opposite corner that the weight's going to. Breathing in and out. One more each side. And change. Let the arms drop. Really let the arms go. And change. So we're going to punch up with our fists up quite high and then down. Up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so think about the arms swinging back and swinging forwards. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and out. Relax the shoulders. Relax the arms. Make it a little bit bigger. We'll come back to this one a little bit later. So we'll just go to here. Okay, and then change to wobbling. Shake out. Check your posture and go into gong boo stance or bow and arrow stance. Feel the ground under your feet. Sink the hips, head up, weight sinking, shoulders sinking, hips sinking. Good contact with the feet, knees in line with the toes. And you just sink through the front foot, sink through the back foot. Relax around your knees. Softly gazing forwards and listening behind. Sink back and turn. Sink forward and turn. Change sides. Check your posture first. Forwards and back first. So just gently sink into the back foot, gently sink into the front foot. So you're rotating out with the knee, lengthening through the spine. And then you're sinking back, turning, sinking forward, turning. Relax around your jaw as well. So you want to be really relaxed in your face, relaxing and letting go in the neck, the shoulders, around the chest, stomach, back. And now this time, 2 turns per leg. And then forwards and back. So really let go in your shoulder. Really let go there. Soft, long feeling in the arms. Just have a look from the side. So I'm just actually from the diagonal. I'm just really soft and springy in my body. Breathing in and breathing out. So try that with the other foot forward. So put your other foot forward. Start with your Wu Chi first. So you want to set yourself up correctly, that you're all nicely lined up, relaxed, heel toe. And then forwards and back. And then do a few of these. And then that exercise we were touching on earlier today, doing the turning exercise next. Do a few more of these first. And then 5, 6, 7. And then forwards and back with the punching. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good. Little shake out. We'll do those last two exercises with the other foot forward. So start with your Wu Chi stance. Get that all just so. Heel toe. And then forwards and back. Just to get that. And then that one. Just so we've got that movement. Feel the arm just swing freely. And then with the punching exercise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. So hopefully that's warmed everybody up. Okay, so what we're going to do for the rest of this class, we'll do some of the basic qigong exercises just to get our bodies nice and relaxed, and then we're focusing on step back and repulse the monkey, and possibly even spilling over into the where we technically look at the second part of the form. But it was something I was thinking about over the weekend. So. So yeah, if you're not present in the first part of the class, you are very welcome to watch the video when it gets put up on the YouTube channel and catch up. Change to wild goose, or flying wild goose it's called. So you just want to relax the shoulders, sink the hips, sink the shoulders, lengthen through the spine, chin holding the small ball. Relax the palms of the hands. Breathing. One more time. One more time. Go back to this one. Just feel the arms are very relaxed and think about your waist as it turns. Okay, so just one arm at a time. Just turn, raise the arm up and push. One, two, three, four. Other hand relax for now. One, sink the hips. Two, three, four. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Just let the arm go. But we'll try the other side. So I'm just showing it from the diagonal view. So I turn my waist, I raise my hand, two, three, four. And there's a slight downward and upward. So from the side, one, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Both hands. One, two, three, four. 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 One, three, four. One, two, three. Go back to this one again. So just feel the arms lengthen. Feel that stretch, but there's still a bend in the arm. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms. Feel the spring in the body. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn our torso to each corner, and then the arm is going to go down the front and the back. See what I mean? If I come a little closer. Okay, nice and relaxed. Going to have a look at walking backwards. So I'll show you from the diagonal view. I'm going to start from over here. So I start in a, hang on, oh, room. That's it. I'll start this way. I start in a rooster stance. I'm in right rooster stance, but you'll be in left rooster stance. You turn on the heel, turn on the ball of the foot. Make sure you've lined your knee up towards the wall, toes up towards the wall, and you've got a sufficient amount of space so that you can step backwards freely. So you bring your foot in, you bring your foot out, you go toe, heel, sink back. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got quite a small room, so I have to go forwards again to finish the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because in the form we step back 4 times. Let's do it again. So you've got your left foot forward and you're in rooster stance. So the toes point up. You turn on the heel, looking to that side. You turn on the ball of the foot, adjust the foot as needed, looking towards the front wall. You step back and out, put the foot down, put the heel down, and then repulse the monkey. Turn, turn, step, turn, turn, step, and step. Turn, turn, step, step, turn, turn, step, step. Right, let's go in a different direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn, turn, step, transfer the weight. Turn, turn, step, transfer the weight. One more time. Other side. So other direction. So you turn, oops, turn, step, transfer the weight. Turn, turn, step, transfer the weight. Turn, turn, step, transfer the weight. One more time. We've got enough room. Just about. Okay. With the arm movements. So you start in play the peeper. Actually, I'll start from over here. So you've got yourself in your left. You've got your left foot forward. I've got my right. And you're in play the peeper. So you've got your hands. I'll just show you that you've got your hand there. And then the other hand lines up with the crease of the wrist. And the fingers point up. And you're not too... It's not too shallow an angle, but it's not too sharp an angle. It's in the middle. In the middle. Okay. And then you're in rooster stance. So the toes point up. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just go forward a bit for my last 2. So we step back 4 times. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step back and repulse the monkey. Okay, let's do that again. I'll show it from this side. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3. Show from this end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just sleep forward for the next 3. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. Then sink forwards. Gotten it. Never mind. We'll just stick with step back and repulse the monkey. I'm doing it in the opposite way round. It's very confusing. What happens? Oh yeah. So that's oh no, that's fine. No, it will do that. Yeah. All right. I've had my. So you'd sink forwards like this. You'd turn and hold the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it goes to inspect the horse's mouth, roll back, ward off, and double-handed push, which what we was looking at last week. We were looking at inspect the horse's mouth, roll back, ward off and double-handed push, and then single whip, and then wave hands like clouds, and then back into single whip. But this week we're looking at step back and repulse the monkey. Yeah. Let's go back to the one without the footwork. And what you want to do, actually, just relax a sec. Just relax a sec. I better give you some explanation. So I was at a day retreat yesterday, a meditation day retreat, and it was quite interesting. Stephen Batchelor was teaching, and it got me thinking about step back and repulse the monkey, because one of the people that was saying about, you know, all this meditation and stuff, and she was still feeling quite angry and upset with what's going on globally and what's going on in her, what's happening in her day-to-day life. And he said, well, yes. He goes, well, actually, I've been feeling angry and upset. It's kind of You know, we're in the middle of a pandemic. It's kind of normal to feel like that. Um, and it also got me thinking about the brain and how the brain works. We've got this brilliant brain. The brain. You can think of the brain as having three. We've actually got three brains in very noddy neuroscience. And a neuroscientist would probably laugh at what I was saying. That I had a professor, was a professor of it or something. But I've read. This is what I've understood from it. That I like to understand the basics of a thing, and then if I so choose, I can then go and find out more about it. But I at least want to get the gist. Um, and So the oldest part of the brain is your brain stem, which is the sort of stick, and then you've got this bit in the middle of the brain, which is your limbic system and your emotional centers. Um, and that's also called the sort of monkey brain. And then in amongst all the sort of the grey stuff is your newer brain, which is where all your deep thinking occurs in your prefrontal cortex. Look it up. It's on Wiki. There's loads of useful neuroscience on Wiki, and I've also did have a neuroscience book, but it was a bit above me. But Wiki's quite good. And the reptile, the brain stem and the limbic system of the brain is brilliant for dealing with emergencies. So that's your fight, flight. That's your natural instincts. And your emotions, so like anger, stuff like that, and feeling upset, that's all in the brain stem and the limbic system. And it's good because it's like it's telling you that something's not quite right. The important thing is to not allow yourself. It's a bit like if you're sitting on a riverbank and you're just watching the river go by. What you don't want to do is jump into the river and let the river take you along. You just want to observe what's going on. So you're feeling your emotions and what your feelings are there. That's just information that's telling you where you're at that moment in time. So step back and repulse the monkey is a way of harmonizing between your three brains, if you want to think about it that way. In From a Chinese cultural perspective, you've got your intentional mind, your yi, which I think corresponds with your prefrontal cortex. I will ask Corel about this. And you've also got your shin, your emotional mind, which kind of ties in quite nicely with your limbic system and your brain stem. So when you're doing step back and repulse the monkey, you want to have this sense of calmness. So whatever's going on around you, it's about creating, acknowledging what's going on. You're not trying to pretend not to be angry and not to be upset, but what you're doing is you're creating enough space and enough room to go, oh, I'm feeling a bit annoyed. Oh, you know, and then you can then start using that energy. You know, you might want to go and write a very well written letter to your prime minister, or go and do something, so you can actually use, you can move things in a positive way. So step back and repulse the monkey is you're harmonizing your monkey mind, and you're giving it space and giving it room, but you're helping it focus with your yi, your intentional mind. So with that in mind, let's have a look at the health. We'll do the qigong exercise. Step back and repulse the monkey, or repulse the monkey. So in order to access the non-fight and flight parts of your brain, specifically your prefrontal cortex that's associated with your higher thinking and stuff, although it's probably a bit more complicated than that, do look it up. Don't just take my word for it, I might be wrong. With that in mind, you just want to breathe in and breathe out. You want to be aware of your breathing. So you want to develop that observational, your observer. So you're kind of paying attention to what you're doing as well as engaging with what you're doing. So you're not trying to escape, but what you're doing is within what's there, you're creating space, you're getting comfortable, and just giving yourself a bit of wriggle room, because it can feel a little, if you're not careful, you can get a bit overwhelmed. You want to, but a lot of what Stephen was talking about, it really did remind me a lot of Step Back and Repulse the Monkey. So I was looking at it this very morning thinking, oh yeah. And so soft, smooth and slow, owning your space, feeling comfortable owning your space, and this almost unstoppable feel to it. And it's got a real kind of clarity to it. So if you try and do the movement as correctly as you can, that will help engage those bits of the brain that maybe get a bit left out when there's all sorts of bad news and things going on. Because actually you need your fight flight, you need your brain stem and reptile, your brain stem and limbic system working, because that's what it's designed for. It's great, but you don't have to be ruled by it. You can acknowledge it's there and go, okay, I'm going to create some space, and it's about accessing your information and using it appropriately in a given situation. There you go. So when you're doing the footwork, the Step Back and Repulse the Monkey. So I'll show it with me on the side I normally do it on. So I'm using my left foot, but this is just for illustrative purposes. I'm keeping this hand forward. 1, 2. This hand's out. So this has got the feeling of your pung, your rising energy, pung energy. So when you're practicing your zhang exercises, your cheng bao, it's if someone was trying to push into your arm, it would be like it's a giant inflatable ball. So they'd push and they couldn't, because it's this springy, soft, outward energy. And you want to do the same thing, because you want to be aware of those feelings and those thoughts and that worriedness. But it's Step Back and Repulse the Monkey. You're kind of monitoring it and not letting it overwhelm. So that's still out there. And then when you step, this comes down and this pushes out. So this is kind of keeping it at bay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And the correctness of the technique it's like your anchor for your mind and your body mind, to be relaxing through. Whatever's going on, you're it's almost as if you can imagine when you're doing a step back and repulse the monkey, you can imagine that you are completely undisturbable. Whatever's going on, you know, when you sometimes see a sign on a hotel door, "Do not disturb." They can't disturb you. It's it's an impossibility. Being very, very calm. So with that in mind, let's try it with the footwork. Have another look at the footwork. So what I do is when I turn, so my palms are up, that's when my foot turns on the heel. I turn on the ball of the foot, then I step back and out, and then keeping relaxed and correctly aligned, and keeping your breathing nice and soft. So it's this very unhurried but unstoppable. So, like a great big blue whale just swimming through the sea, or that kind of thing. And then when you've finished, we'll do it. We'll just keep doing it. But think about, I mean, if I had a twice the size hall that I was demonstrating from, I just keep walking backwards and then walk backwards again. So the other thing is that doing your backward step in, I'll do my last three. Doing your backward stepping is really good for building up the strength in in your legs. Use the contact with the feet. Feel what's happening in the feet. So you're using your foot receptors in the feet. So I'm doing one, and then I'm having to put an extra step in because my room's too small. You can even turn around, even do it. There we go. I've invented a new movement. 2, 3, 4. Turn, and then you've changed sides. So you can start from the other side. 2, 3. Room for one. Oh, I've got room for 4. That's good. I go right up against the wall. So I turn. So that's a toe movement, and then 5. There you go. I've even stuck a bit of bug wire in there. 1, 2. Waist turn round. 3, 4. 1, 2. So you keep your hips sunk and low. 3, 4. 1, 2. Soft, smooth, and slow. 3 and 4. Fantastic. Okay, just do the 2 part walking backwards drill. So you start in cat stance, you bring the foot in, you step toe heel just to get that. Think about your tram lines. Think about your tram lines. And then when you've got to the end, turn round. Relax the knee. You want to relax around the knee. Okay. So let's go back to here again. And we'll just have another, we'll have a look at open close. And then throw that into the step back and repulse the monkey and see what happens. So there's a, in step back and repulse the monkey, there's a sense of opening and then kind of containing. So sometimes it's quite useful to explore something by looking at something very small and detailed. So we'll just have a look at open close. It's an exercise I learned from Ebica Scuba. So you start and you imagine like a ball of light. And then what you're doing is you're just very gently stretching the ball. So you're opening with your wrists and then closing. So just gently breathe in. Wrists lead, fingers follow. Wrists close, fingers close. Open, wrists lead, fingers follow, close. Okay, now this time, elbows open, wrists open, fingers open. Elbows close, wrists close, fingers close. Open, you breathe in. Close and you breathe out, unless you want to, if that doesn't feel right, just breathe whatever's natural for you. I'm also slightly coming forwards and back in my feet. And then shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers, open. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers, close. Feel that you've got lots of space, lots of lovely room. All the space you need. Owning your space. Own your space. Feel comfortable owning your space. Okay, chest, shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers, open. Chest, shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers, close. and then slightly more forwards as you open, and then into the down into the heel as you close. So you're transferring your weight a bit as well. Imagine like a young tree, young flexible tree, just swaying in the breeze. Open, close. See if you can engage your back muscles in this. Okay, now we go up to shoulder height. Shoulder height open, shoulder height close. If it helps, you can imagine you've got rubber bands between your hands and your feet, and you're stretching the rubber bands and relaxing the rubber bands. Okay, now this time go up to head height. Head height opening, head height close. The arms just float. Yeah, that's it. And we're breathing. Very good. And then come all the way back down to the first version. So just very low down, open. You're still coming forward and close. Just make it slightly smaller each time. Just gently breathe in, gently breathe out. Okay, with that in mind, let's go back to the health version of Repulse the Monkey. Just start here. And we're just going to very slowly, very gently, with that feeling of open and close. And you want a smooth transition between the arms. So you're think of it as a continuous flow of movement. You've got lots of space in the body, you've got lots of room, you're owning your space. Okay, let's break it down into numbers again. So start here. Start with your right hand out, your left hand on the hip. Right hand out, left hand on the hip. So this is where you want to be accurate. I'll show you that from the side. So my hand, like when I was doing this exercise, is directly out with an open shoulder. And this hand is resting by these bony bits in your pelvis. I think, is that the ischial tuberosity? I can't remember. I did do anatomy and physiology, but you soon forget it. So one, turn and raise both hands. And just hold that posture. Imagine if someone's just handed some fruit, giving you some fruit in your back hand and fruit in your front hand. Two, bring your hand in. 3. That comes down. That comes down into a little circle and up. That's a bit exaggerated, but I'll show you this from this side. So it goes 1, 2, 3. Now on 3, this hand goes back at the same speed as the other hand goes forward. And look from the side, you keep a bend in that arm. Keep a bend in the arm. So we go 1, 2. So if you're giving somebody a wave, 3. So you want to be very deliberate. 1. You're not throwing the movement away. You're being very contained. 2. And controlled. That's it. You're controlling or focused. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's getting better. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Have a little shake out. Have a little bit more water if you need some. So what we're going to do now is going to put all that together and do repulse the monkey, step back and repulse the monkey exercise with walking. And then, for fun, we're going to do the first third of the form. You may need to take extra steps back just to give yourself more room if you need to. You know, ideally would be in a nice big hall, but never mind. So yeah, another thing that was quite interesting that came up in the day workshop was day retreat was, you know, someone said, well, how can you accept something that's unacceptable? And it was more about the actual English language. We don't have enough words. So it's accepting that something's happening rather than saying that's fine. It's more like recognizing the reality of what is happening. And then giving yourself enough space and enough to be able to deal with that reality. There you go. Very good. So step back and repulse the monkey. So we're going to start from play the peeper. I will demonstrate it that side. And you are in your left. You've got your left foot forward. I've got my right foot forward. And the peeper is this beautiful sounding many stringed instrument. I think it's got quite a few strings. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Off we go. Go forward. And we do 4 of these in the form. So we'll do 4 of these here. So do bear all that in mind. Feel your open closes. Feel that you're completely relaxed, but undisturbable. It's not the same as being cut off. You're very much there, but whatever's going on, you can still deal with things. And one more. Okay, so we're going to do the first third of the form. I'll just demonstrate. So we start like this. I'll do it mirroring. So I'm doing it the opposite way for me. Start there. And we do 3 lots of Part the Wild Horse's Mane. I'll probably have to step back a bit, which isn't really in the form, but I'd have to start knocking walls down and then my neighbours wouldn't like me. So we're going to, so you have Part the Wild Horse's Mane, and then you have White Crane spreads its wings after grasp the sparrow's tail into brush, knee, and push. Have 3 of those. And then we go to play the peeper and then step back and repulse the monkey. First third. We can do it, no problem. You know, and again, just accept, you're all in your rooms, you're all indoors, so you've probably got less room than you'd want. That's fine. Just make, adjust accordingly. Here we go. So we're just starting here. Breathing in and out. So I want to sink. You want to feel very solid in your stance. These are light. Your arms are light. Your waist is free. Your legs are strong. Softly gazing forwards with a relaxed but alert gaze, like the eyes of a sleepy tiger, listening behind and above. Just take a moment just to breathe in and out to really feel the ground under your feet. Breathe in and begin. Sink down. Transfer the weight. Turn. Push out. Gather under. Hold the ball. So in cat stance, you part the wild horse's mane. So you step, you part the wild horse's mane. All through the body, you sink back, turn, sink forwards. All through the body. And then one more. So you step 3 times forward for part the wild horse's mane. I will just sneak back a bit, so I've got some more room. And then you're in cat stance, then you side step, grasp the sparrow's tail. White crane spreads its wings. I'll just move that way so you can see my arm. And then 20% of the weight in the front foot. Bring this hand down, bring this hand over, brush knee, and push. Twist step. It's more like a turning step than a twist. Brush knee and push. Twist step. Brush knee and push. This time spear hand. Cut down. Raise the knee. Play the peeper. Step back and repulse the monkey. So what we've been doing ad nauseum. Very calm and relaxed. Own your space. Move in an intentional and deliberate manner. Okay, that was so good. We'll do it all again. Well, yeah, we've got time. Let's just do that again and just see what happens. I'm having to throw some extra steps in because I haven't got enough space. I also noticed. I'll just show you when we've done the end of part the wild horse's mane. So what I do is I sidestep, grasp the sparrow's tail, white crane spreads its wings, and then 20% in the front foot. So it's sort of here and then there. But unfortunately, my arm goes out of the camera shot. But there you go. You know what you're doing. So we've done this before when we've done it as a qigong exercise. I think we were doing it as a qigong exercise either last week or the week before, I believe. So you're getting this, and there's a stretch, release. So again, it's this open close kind of feel as well. Okay, let's do that again. all through the body. So I'll need to move around a bit, but you just carry on smoothly. So solid in your legs. Breathe in and out. Sink the hips. Sink the hips, sink the shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and begin. And breathe out. Breathe in and out. And then just breathe naturally. Very good. Push out, gather under, hold the ball. Part the wild horse's mane. So this is associated with like fire. Think about part the wild horse's mane. Side step. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Come this way. White crane spreads its wings. 20% of the weight in the front foot. Hands by the hip. Brush knee and push. Brush knee. Step back and repulse the monkey. I've almost got enough room. Okay, one more time. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out and begin. So hold up position, I'll go back so we've got enough room. Okay, and carry on. Brush knee, put spear hand, up down, rooster stance. I'll come forwards a little, so hold up pose for a bit, then step back and repulse the monkey. and shake out. Okay, that was so good. We'll leave that there now. Very good. I think we got away with it. So you've all passed the audition for the display team. So well done. So sink the hips, relax the shoulders, and just breathe in and out. So one thing Ever said was imagine you're breathing in and out through your feet. I'll just throw that one at you. I kind of get what she's talking about. Try it out. See if it works or not. You should feel more solid. Okay, let's do this one. I'll go back a bit so I don't go out of shot. Stroking the back. Keep breathing some more. Lovely, everybody. That's great. And then embrace the tiger. Return to the mountain. Come in a bit so you can see. Sink the hips, sink the shoulders, relax the palms of the hands. So you're keeping your focus, especially when you get near the end of the class or at certain points, you do lose your focus, you do lose your attention. Just get it back. It's fine. It's good practice. Keep breathing. Very good. One more time. Okay, we'll see if it works today. So rub your hands together and polishing the face. And rub the hands together and give the lower back a rub. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Just stand for a moment. Make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top feet together, and bow.